My brothers and sisters, and my beloved confreres, hearty welcome to each one of you to the fourth Sunday of Advent. As I grow in age and maturity, I tend not to take miracles so seriously. It is not at all a denial of the miracles of Jesus. I believe in them wholeheartedly. In the Gospel of Mark, in its last chapter, the last verse is all about the attestation of the miracles of Jesus. The disciples went out and preached joyfully, and the Lord accompanied them and approved their message with the signs that attended it. And I believe the miracles of Jesus are important and equally valid. At the same time, there is a necessity for each one of us to believe in the grace of God to live our lives in its actual reality with a positive frame of mind. There is a beautiful incident mentioned about this particular couple, Meera and Hari. After their wedding, they received a wonderful gift, a beautiful child in their lives. But unfortunately, as in human terms when we think, this child was affected by autism. This couple was so sad. They prayed to God to give a healing to their child. Once they went to a retreat center and they were staying there attending a 5-day retreat. Every day, Meera and Hari would lay their hands on their child and pray for the child's healing. One day during the adoration, the priest who was animating the adoration announced, "There is a special child in our midst, and this special child is entrusted to the care of Meera and Hari." Tears were flowing down their eyes. That evening, when Meera and Hari were sitting together with their child in the hand, Meera told Hari, "Hari, we are so lucky to have our beautiful child. Thank God that we did not give up our child to a special home. Instead, God has entrusted us with this child to take care of her lovingly. This is a special child." Is it not a miracle in the life of this couple that they accepted the reality of their life with that grace of God that flew into their lives? Yes, my brothers and sisters, today we are presented with a special mother, Mother Mary. In the natural sense of the word, when we speak about Mary, the mother of Jesus, we say that she was an uneducated woman, someone who lived in a remote village. But God decided to choose her as the mother of the Messiah. We are given the passage from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, where angel Gabriel, the one who stands in the presence of God, comes to Mary and tells her, "Hail Mary, full of grace." The apparition of angel Gabriel is mentioned only twice in the Bible. The first one is the apparition to Zechariah in the pompous situation of the temple. In the most ritualistic manner, Zechariah is encountering angel Gabriel with a message. The second one is to Mary in the remote village of Nazareth. Thereafter, not even in that Gram Panchayat, we find the angel appearing again. The message that was given to Mary by the angel Gabriel was one of grace. Hail is a normal greeting to any person, but full of grace is the identity that Mary is going to have from now on. A new miracle that is happening in her life, in the realistic sense of her practical life situation, God is going to accompany you in your personal life. What happens with this grace is that the grace transforms the person. The attitude of Mary, as a simple village woman who was already betrothed to a man called Joseph, which is equal to a marriage except sexual relationship, is going to be a topsy-turvy situation from now on, because the grace of God is in you. You are transformed. This grace is given to you not in accordance with your efficiency or your ability or your talents. It is the choice of God in your life. And Mary is also told, the child's name is already given. You only need to pronounce it. Normally, in the history of the Jewish tradition, the child's name will be put by the father. Here, a chosen child by God, God's own child, is presented to Mary as her child. It also shows that this child is not through the agency of a human interaction. Instead, it is through the grace of God. We need to realize this aspect of our life today in the living context of our life situation. Are we grace-filled? Are we able to say like Mary, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Let it be done to me in accordance with your word. All my decision to marry Joseph, all that I dreamt together for him and with him, let it be all a matter of yesterday. Today, the grace has dawned on me. Mary, in fact, shattered her human dreams in order to accept the dream of God in her life. Once that happens, you become Hail Mary, full of grace. Yes, my brothers and sisters, that's exactly what the first reading is enlightening us. King David, who is now in a wonderful palace, settled by God, is thinking, my God, I'm living in such a luxurious situation, but you in a mere tent. I shall build a house for you. And Nathan the prophet says, go ahead with your plans. Even prophets certain times are not able to discern the will of God and give in to the human fancies. But God interferes here and tells David, you building a house for me? I do not need your house. I have brought you out of the field and settled you here. It is not your business to build a house for me. I would like to walk with my people during the day in the form of a pillar of cloud, and in the night in the form of a pillar of fire, lighting up the path of my people. You have a God who walks with you, and that grace today is fulfilled in the life of Mary. Immanuel, God with us, is graced in her womb and is gifted to the humanity around. Let this apparition of the angel Gabriel and the consequent message that changed and transformed the life of Mary through the grace of God be an innovative aspect of our life to understand grace working in us without depending too much on signs and miracles. My brothers and sisters, we are called to touch the Messiah who is born through the grace of God in the womb of Mary. May God bless us and have a blessed Sunday. Amen.